So we're gonna start in a seat and we're gonna take the legs out a little bit wider. So if you'd like, you can start with a straddled kind of seat. If that feels like a lot, you can bend the knees, bring the feet together. Just start to let the inner thighs open up, have a little space as you kind of sink the tailbone and just breathe in to see how you feel. And if you do have that wide kind of straddle, just make sure that your knees and your toes are pointing straight up. So if you start to go out too wide, you might notice they start to turn. Keep everything pointing up. You might even take your palms out in front of you. Just let them open up. Just let the shoulders roll down and back. Just letting yourself be right here in this moment. Your attention, your awareness are fully drawn in so that you can just observe how you are and what's going on for you right here, right now. And as you take that next big breath in through your nose, really fill up the lungs, the belly, the ribs, and drop your jaw side out. And then do that again. Big inhale, big exhale, release. Draw it in through the nose. Seal the lips out through the nose. And a few more just like that, tapping into that ujjayi breath, dragging it across the back of the throat. That slight constriction that creates a little fire. And staying close to that breath, in tune with it. Flutter the eyes open, inhale, arms reach up. You get this big stretch, your ribs move away from the hips. And as you exhale, just start to tilt towards your left foot. You might land to the foot, the inside. The top of your hand might just start to reach up and over. And so creating this length for the right side waist. And in breath, come back up, both arms peel high. And then that exhale to reach for the foot, for the shin, in or outside, and the top hand reaches over. Again, just focusing on that space here between each rib, ribs away from the hip. And you come back up through center, big reach. You're going forward this time, fingers reach, 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 and start to ground down. Now, once they crawl forward, this softness through the back, you tuck the chin. Still mindful the knees and toes are pointing straight up. And in breath, roll it back up, arms come up. We're gonna start on that first side. Exhale to the left, little tip. In breath brings you back up. Out breath, little tip the other way. And coming up through center. That exhale to reach you forward and down, wide straddle fold here. And staying for an extra round of breath. That inhale peels you back up. You can keep your arms lifted, rely on your low belly to just start to bend the knees, collect them in, heels can kind of plant, and then let the soles of your feet touch. Lengthen just the right leg. Pull the left heel in closer. Big breath to lengthen. Exhale, take your right elbow and twist across the left knee. Right, so tall through the spine. Your back hand can be there to support you, and you get a little deeper in your twist. And now as you inhale, reach both arms up. Your right hand is going to ground behind your right hip. Left arm will stay lifted. Press into the left foot to lengthen up into a little wild thing. And exhale, it's just a little tap, elbow crunches to the thigh, and you press back up, exploding the heart up, and then tap down. Last time, big breath in, burst. Exhale, tapping the hips. Arms can both reach up, inhale, legs go long. Start to bend just the right knee. Inhale for length, exhale to twist. Left elbow hooks the thigh. You get that deep torso twist. Maybe every exhale gets you just a little bit deeper. Good, your in-breath will peel the arms open. Left hand travels behind the left hip. Press into the right foot, lengthen up. That exhale will just tap down, crunch elbow thigh, press back up. And one more time, exhale low. Inhale, burst open. Good, exhale, take it down. Lengthen the arms, lengthen the legs. Exhale, fold forward. You might grab for the feet, the shins, tuck the chin, find some length. As you roll yourself back, you might just start to bend the knees, hook the ankles, and bring yourself forward into your tabletop, hands and knees. And take your time to get there, to adjust, spread the fingers, hug the belly in. And as you breathe in, start to lift the right leg back behind you. Now you might bend the knee here, press the sole of your foot up toward the sky, and open up your heart, lift through the neck. And as you exhale, bring the knee towards your tricep as you tuck the chin. And then kick it back up, open the heart, knee to tricep, round the spine. Do that again, kick up, lift, and exhale, crunch. Now this time, kick the legs straight back behind you. Take your toes and cross your back ankle, come over all the way to the left, and just get a little side stretch here for the right ribs, right hip. And then take that knee, crunch it back to the right tricep, and then kick it back over the back ankle, land it, stretch like a little ninja cat. And come back to the tricep. Last time, leg lengthens back behind you, big side stretch. And knee to the tricep, exhale. And then take the right foot over to the right. The inner arch catches the floor. So you've got a long right leg, hands are grounded, and then the right arm peels up. As you exhale, thread the right hand through that space between the left hand and knee. You've got a deep inner thigh stretch and this twist for your core, grounding the shoulder and the cheek if you can. Your breath in will peel the arm up. Out breath, thread it through, tuck it. In breath, reach up. Last time, threading palm up, land soft. Come back up. Plant the hand. Collect the right knee back in so it lands under your hip. You might shake it out just a little bit and then start to extend the left leg back. Bend the knee, point the sole of the foot up, and then open up the heart as you kick the foot toward the sky. Tuck the chin, exhale, draw the knee to your triceps, squeeze. And then kick the foot up, open the heart. Good, 2 more like that. Kicking up, open up. Exhale, pull and crunch. Good, foot lifts, open the heart. And the knee will crunch toward your tricep. And you'll extend the leg back, cross it over your back ankle, land the toes, and just stretch that left side body. Bring it back to crunch, exhale. And then kick it long back, cross, and take that side stretch. Good, last time, knee pulls in. In breath, lengthens it out and over. Really opening up that rib cage. And then pull the knee to your tricep, crunch it in. In breath, extend the leg out to the left. Inner foot catches, long leg, and then lift through the left arm. Thread the hand through that space between the right hand and knee. And in breath, open. Out breath, thread it under, thread it through. A big inhale to open. Last time, hips are shifting back. Take that twist. And peel it open, big in breath. Plant the hand. Reset the left knee under the hip. You're in your tabletop. Tuck your toes and shift your hips into this little child's pose with the toes tucked underneath you. Maybe the head grounds. Maybe the hands walk forward so you've got more space for the shoulders. And start to pick up your gaze. Look right between your hands. Press the pads of your fingers down. You're headed in the direction you're looking here. High plank. Press off of your toes and launch yourself forward to the top of your push-up. And take a big breath. Hug the elbows in, shifting either further forward on the toes, bend the elbows, lower all the way down. So set yourself up here. Untuck the toes. Palms are under the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back behind you. Hug the shoulder blades in. Lift the heart. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Good, big breath in. Maybe you've got more space here. Lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, lower. Tuck the toes and press yourself up, top of your push-up. And you'll start to bend at the knees. Shift the hips back. Make a little launch pad and look forward and start to come to the top of your plank. Do that 2 more times. Hips shift back and forth. Good, exhale, crunch it back. In breath, top of your push-up. And then start to send the hips high, downward facing dog. Good, heels are reaching for the floor. Lots of breath here, right? Pull it in through your nose, out through your nose. You bring toes to touch. Come up high on the toes, heels are lifted. Looking forward, shift into the top of your plank. Good, exhale, downward facing. This time knees will bend. Use that little launch pad to hop the feet to the top of your mat. Nice deep forward fold as you get there. Use the in-breath, peel your body up and open to stand. Hands collect at your heart, exhale. Big breath in, arms sweep up. As you exhale, bend the elbows, hug them to your ribs, and then breathe in, tilt it back, lift the heart. And exhale, squeeze the elbows a little bit more. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, bowing forward. In breath, flat spine, big breath in. As you exhale, hands come down, feet step, step, step. You're in the top of your push-up. Big breath in, breath out. Shift forward on your toes. Bend the elbows, you're lowering all the way to your belly. Toes can stay tucked. Breath in just peels the heart open. Breath out lowers you down. Good, breath in, peel up, lift. Breath out, folding. Pick yourself all the way up to the top of your plank. And then start to shift back. That little launch pad. Shift forward, top of your push-up. 1 more time, exhale, shift back. Shift it forward, top of your plank. Good, this time your exhale shifts you back. Looking forward, step or hop. Both feet to the top. Forward fold. In breath, rise all the way to stand. Sweep the arms up. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Big breath in, arms peel up. Exhale, let the elbows bend, hug in. That in breath shifts the hips forward, open the heart. The exhale to really draw the elbows together. In breath, rise up, arms up. Exhale, fold your body. Long spine as you breathe in. Exhale, the hands go down, the feet go back. Shift forward on the toes. This time elbows bend just lower halfway. Knees can come down. Bursting the heart through the arms, untuck the toes. Cobra or upward facing. And then tuck the toes. Shift the hips to that little hover of your child's pose. Launch into the top of your plank. Good, again, shift back, knees bend. High push-up. Good, shift back, look forward, step or hop, top of your mat. In breath, roll up. Hands to your heart. Breath in, arms peel up. Elbows hug in, exhale. Hinge into the back bend. Squeeze the elbows, breath out. Inhale, burst up. Folding forward, exhale. Long spine, breath in. Exhale, hands down, feet back. Shift forward, bend the elbows. Knees up or down, upward facing, heart forward. This time just tuck the toes right up to downward facing dog. Exhale. Pedaling out the knees. Feel the heels close to the ground. And just resetting your breath here. In through the nose, out through the nose. Now from your down dog, bring the toes together. Peel just the right leg up. Now start to bend the knee and draw some circles. See about getting the heel really close to the left tush. Shifting the weight up. And then look forward. Pull the knee towards your nose. Curl in. Plant the foot. Let your back heel dial down. Warrior one. Your heart lifts open. Arms come up. Good. Now keep your hips rolling forward. Left inner thigh rolling inward. Arms are peeling up. Now as you exhale, elbows, squeeze them in. See if you can get more press through that left hip. Deeper lunge. As you inhale, straighten your arms, straighten your legs, reach back behind you. Exhale, pyramid. Hinge forward. Keep the long right leg. Hands land to the ground or blocks. And you hang over that long right leg. Now if you want, you can walk the hands, turn the fingers away from your face, and kind of find a deeper fold. If you want to bring the hands behind you, you can grab opposite hand, opposite elbow at your low back, or you can take it to reverse namaste, reverse prayer. You've got one more big breath. Let it out. Arms start to come up, rebend the right knee. Open up the chest as you reach up. Exhale, let the hands come down. Float the right leg back. See if you can keep it floating as you shift forward on those left toes. Elbows bent, low push-up. Upward facing, ground both feet. Tuck the toes, downward facing. Reset your breath. Big toes touch. In breath is the left leg high. Bend the knee, roll the hip around, stretch. See about finding that heel close to the right glute. And then look forward, pull the knee to your nose, plant your foot. Drop your back heel, a wide stance here. And then in breath, arms come up for your warrior one. Big stretch, lengthen and open, working that right inner thigh forward. Now keep this beautiful lunge for just another moment. And as you exhale, hug the elbows in, squeeze. In breath, Lengthen everything up and back, like you're reaching for something behind you. And then exhale, hinge forward. Take it to that pyramid. Long left leg. Keep drawing the left hip back. You can use blocks. Fold forward. If you want to walk the hands back, there's an option. If you'd like to take the hands behind you, grab for opposite elbow, or turn your fingertips toward your head and find that prayer shape. One more big breath. And exhale. Release the hands, rebend the left knee. Swoop the arms up behind you, inhale. Exhale, hands down. Work to float that left leg to your low push-up. Upward facing, big breath in. And then tuck the toes, hips are high, downward facing dog. And just resetting here, breath or two. In through your nose, out through your nose. And now starting to look forward. Step or hop both feet to the top of your mat. Big toes touch. Find an in-breath, chair pose. Sink the hips low as the arms extend long. Now start to peel your heels up here. Notice if that gives you a little more space to sink the tush. And really feeling those quads, the thighs light up. Give yourself another breath. As you exhale, see about sitting all the way down. Lots of control as you land the tush. Lift the legs, find your boat pose. Navasana, breathing here. Really isolating the belly muscles. Stay. Give yourself another breath. And in through the nose. Out through the nose. You're gonna roll back. Let the heels touch. And then feel the lower back glue down. But there's a lift of your shoulders, lift of your head. Hands can support your head. But you should feel a lot of steps start to happen through that low belly. Now start to peel the heels up. You line up the knees and the hips. One leg at a time, you'll tap the heel, pull up, tap, pull. Now you can keep that 90-degree bend, or you can lengthen the leg and tap, tap. Feeling that control right from the low belly. Stick with one leg, or start to find this with two legs, either tapping straight down, or lengthen the legs out and back. Out, in, out, in, right? Know your options. Last 8, last 7, 6, you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Knees hug in, squeeze them. Rock a little side to side, let it out. And I'll start to bring the soles of the feet down. You can touch your heels. Use the breath in, press into the feet, lift and open through the heart. Peeling through those hip flexors, the low belly. If you feel open enough to take a full wheel, go ahead. That just might look like the hands framing your ears so that you can press up and open. If you don't feel like you're there yet, that's okay. You've got bridge for 2 more breaths. Now as you exhale, the chin will tuck, the spine will lower, knees will hug in. You're gonna start to rock and roll, forward and back, forward and back. The goal here is to find yourself in your chair pose. Now, whether that looks like a lot of momentum, or just planting the feet, or using your hands, come to the top of your mat, chair pose. Oh, breathing here. Maybe you find those tiptoes one more time. And then exhale, fold your body in half. Lengthen your spine, halfway lift. Use the exhale to plant the hands. Step the feet back, holding the plank. Just breathe here. And starting to pick up your left toes. Let them touch your right heel. So it's this little kind of hook in this three-legged plank. If already it's a little much, use both feet or take 2 knees to the ground or just one. But you're gonna start to shift forward on your grounded right toes, bend the elbows, and then come back to the top. 2 more just like that. A little shift, a little bend, press up to the top. Last time. In breath high. Release those left toes and then take the right toes on top of the left. Same thing, shift forward, bend and lower, press up. 2 more. In breath high. Last time. Awesome, unhook, downward facing. Big breath in, big breath out. And now start to sink down into the hips, toward the heels. Make that little launch pad just to shoot yourself to the top of the plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. So you're here on your belly. And your inhale is going to be a Superman. Reach the arms forward, peel the legs up. Now as you exhale, bend your left knee and reach back for it. Keep the right arm and leg extended. So breathe here. Now keep that left foot just where it is. Keep the knee bent, but bring the hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your right toes, and press yourself up into that high plank. Left leg is high. As you exhale, bring that heel toward your tush. Let the foot land over to the right side of your mat and find that wild thing. Open up. Take a big breath. Exhale, hips drop, tap the thigh, burst back up, and start to take it to a side plank. Taking that left leg, maybe to float. Now you take that left foot and start to stamp it to that top left corner of your mat. Breathe here in your low lunge. As you inhale, peel the left arm open, dragonfly twist. You'll take that top hand, start to wrap it behind your back. Come through center, inhale, reach the right arm up. You're in your exalted warrior. Take a big breath in. Exhale, twist, hook the right elbow across the left thigh. Unwind the backhand so that the palms press together and you squeeze. Really twisting deep into the core. Get your palms centered at your heart. Now as you inhale, unwind, drop your back heel, grab your left wrist, and lengthen up, sky archer. You've got a lot of length happening here for that whole left side of your body. Give yourself a big inhale, big exhale. In breath for length. Exhale, warrior 2. Bend the knee, reach the arms long. And then start to in-breath, reverse it. As you exhale, windmill the hands forward, let them plant, and then start to float that left leg back. Keep it floating. Tap them to your right heel. Shift forward, bend the elbows, pop back up. 2 more. Again. Now you start to take that leg up. Maybe you lower with it floating. Up dog, breath in, both feet are down. Tuck all of your toes, downward facing. And breathe and let it out. Now you bend into your knees. Shift your hips way back. Make that launch pad. Look forward. Shoot to the high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, Superman. Arms up, legs up. Reach. Good. Now keep the right arm or left arm and leg floating. Exhale, bend the right knee. Grab it. Kick it. And now leave that right knee where it is. Plant the hands under the shoulders, tuck your left toes, press yourself up, and then start to tip. Roll the right heel towards your left glute, flip your dog right over. A little wild thing, open up the heart. Exhale, tap, hips down, tap the elbow, lift up, take it to that side plank. Maybe the right leg floats. I breathe. Take that right foot, stamp it to the top right corner of your mat. Low lunge, breath out. In breath, right arm open. Dragonfly twist. Now take that top right hand, wrap it behind your back, palm faces out, and then turn towards center, big breath in, open the left arm. Exalted warrior, big stretch. Now as you exhale, take the elbow, hook it across your right thigh. Unwind the backhand, press the palms together. You're taking a nice deep twist here. And the next big breath in, your back heel will drop. You'll grab the right wrist on the way up, straighten the right leg, lengthen everything up for your sky archer. It's really thinking lots of space here for the right side. And another big breath in and out. Good, in breath here. And then take it to that warrior two, exhale. So re-bending that right knee, lengthening out that stance. And then in breath, flip the right palm, reverse your warrior. As you exhale, windmill the hands, take them forward and down, float the right leg back. Take the toes on top of the left heel, or you know your options. You start to bend the elbows, come back up. 2 more. Do it again. Come back up, pick the right leg up, shift forward, lower low push-up, upward facing big stretch, downward facing dog. Big breath out. We'll give yourself a moment here. In through the nose, out through the nose. Good, you're gonna start to bend the knees. Exhale, shift back. In breath, top of your plank. Bend the elbows all the way to your belly. Superman, breath in. And now bend the left knee. Reach back forward as you exhale. Good, big lift. Good, release just the hands and the right toes to the ground to press yourself back into the top of your plank. Take the top left foot over to the right, flip yourself over. You're in that nice wild thing, open the heart. Exhale to tap down. In breath, side plank. Pick yourself up. Maybe you float the left leg. And you start to take that left foot back to the top left corner of your mat. Low lunge. In breath, left arm peels open, dragonfly. And now the top hand, wrap it behind your back. Lift through center, breath in. You've got your exalted warrior. Right fingertips reach up. Good, exhale, twist. Right elbow hooks, cross the left thigh. Back hand comes so that you can press some leverage into those hands to twist you a little deeper. And then you're gonna start to drop the back heel in and down, grab the left wrist, you rise up, sky archer, big stretch. Exhale, warrior two. Really extend that knee forward and past the pinky toe. Good, now you'll take those front fingers, reach them forward, 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 way past the toes. And then let those fingers drop down, shift yourself into a half moon. So if you've got a block, nice place to put it under the hand, but then feel the top arm opening, really lift through your back leg. And the weight is in your front heel. And breathe. Ooh, hello. Take one more big breath. Now, as you land, you're going to exhale. Take the back foot to plant, just like warrior two legs, but then take the left hand inside your left foot and then open up through the top arm. And so you're here in a side angle. You've got a few options. You might take that top hand, turn the thumb down, and take the hand to the low spine. Now, if that's okay, you can still keep the heart open. You might wrap that hand right around the hip, grab your thigh. Or you might wrap underneath the thigh and grab that other hand with the grounded left hand. Okay, so now you've hooked around the thigh. Take your back leg and just hop it up halfway, straighten the legs. You might stay here, or you might find a little micro bend in the left knee. Shift the weight into your left foot and maybe start to float your back right leg. That you see about picking it up off the ground. Maybe if it's for a second and you find this kind of weird bound half moon. It's really tricky. And so if you try it out, see what happens. If you're like, not today, lady, right? Then start to bring the right foot to the top of your mat, let it meet the left, but you've still got this bind. If you don't, you're just gonna hold on to your knee. But if you've got the bind, now you're gonna come up to the tip toes of your left foot, right foot stays grounded, and the left knee starts to come up. So you can be holding just the knee, or you can have this bind. If you've got that, maybe you start to extend the leg. And give yourself another breath. And when you're ready, releasing any bind, land those feet at the top of your mat for your yogi squat. Okay, knees come out, toes click out, breathing here. Right, in through the nose, out through the nose. Now, if you like a good crow pose here, you might take the hands down, come to the tip toes, knees to the triceps, shifting forward, maybe just a toe today. Maybe try on your arm balance. Maybe just one more big breath. And when you're ready, you'll shoot those feet back, low push-up, upward facing, downward facing. Reset the breath. Right, in through the nose, out through the nose. And now start to bend the knees, really hinge back, look forward, top of your push-up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, Superman. Reach the arms, lift the legs. Good, bend just the right knee. Reach back for it with the right hand. Kick it up. Good. Keep the foot there. Hands under the shoulders. Left toes tuck. High plank. Take that bent right knee. Hinge it over to the left. Land the toes. You're in your wild thing. Exhale to tap. In breath to lift. And find the side plank. Now, however many steps it takes, but that right foot is going to travel to the top right corner. You're in your low lunge. Breath in, right arm opens. Good, breath out. Take the right hand to your low back. In breath, lift the left arm. Your exalted warrior lunge. Good, exhale the twist. Hook the elbow across the thigh. Press the palms together in front of your heart. Deepen your twist. Sky Archer. Breath in. Back heel drops. Long right leg as you stretch up. Breathe here. And you start to exhale right into the warrior two. Next, you might scooch the toes further out. Really take up some space here. Extend. Breathe. Now these fingers are going to start to reach far forward of the right foot. Take them down, floor or block, and then lift the left side of your body. Okay, so you're in your half moon. So this is essentially that shape when we bind it up. that you're looking for with that bind, right? So this is your half moon. Now as you exhale, gently you're gonna land that flying foot back down. You're gonna take this right into your side angle. And so you might have the arm inside of the shin, top arm is lifted. You might turn the thumb, face it down, palm comes to the low back. You can stay just like this. Half bind, the hand kind of swoops around and holds onto your thigh. Full bind, bottom right hand comes underneath the hamstring and you meet back behind you. Now step that back foot just about halfway up, lengthen the legs. This might be enough for you to just hang here, feel the stretch. If you want to try on a little lift here, either with the full bind, a half bind, maybe you just start to shift the weight into the right foot and see about floating your back leg, right? It's tough, it's tricky. I don't even think I have it today. So do your best, play around with your balance. And when you're ready, step the feet together at the top of your mat. Keep the bind if you have it. Your left foot will start to become your standing leg. Come to the tiptoes of your right foot. Now, whether you've got the bind or you're just holding the knee, start to lift the leg up. Maybe you extend the leg and take your bird of paradise. And when it's time to release, bind, let's go. Feet plant, you lower to your yogi squat. Breathe here. Now again, this can be kind of where you land, where it feels good. If you want to play around with curl, no pressure, but you can bring your hands down, find your tiptoes, and coming in to just a little arm balance. Maybe today it's just like a toe and a seesaw, just to really feel the belly light up, weight in your hands. And when you're done, however you get there, feet go to the back, low push-up, upward facing dog, and back to your downward facing dog. Just letting the knees come down and shift the hips back. Keep your toes tucked if you can. Just feel that stretch for the feet. You can ground the head if that feels good. But just let this be this marked moment in your child's pose. Just again, tune in, check in. What's going on? How do you feel? And give yourself a moment here. Now from this child's pose, hands walk far forward. Toes are tucked. You look where you're headed, top of your plank. Breathe. Now again, if you need to take a knee down or two knees down, take them down. But you're just here to breathe for a few moments. To feel the belly fire up, to squeeze the legs, the glutes, charge down into the fingertips, use your triceps. Be amazed at what your body can do here. You're gonna start to take just the right arm, reach. Come back to center, left arm, reach. Down, right, down, and left. Slow and controlled. Knees up or down. Two more each side. Minimal movement in the hips. Last one. Hold it. Right toes, left heel, shift forward, push-ups. How many you can squeak out here? Feel the chest, feel those triceps. Last two. You're gonna untap those toes, left toes on right, match those push-ups. Both knees can be down. Last four. Last one, keep breathing. Back to the top. Pause in your plank. You're almost done, I promise. Shift on the toes, bend the elbows, lower for 4, 3, 2, come all the way down. Let it go. Now might feel nice here to walk the fingers out wider than your mat. Elbows up. Pick the chest up, the heart up. Take a shoulder, tap it to the middle. Gaze under your other arm. Back up, other way. Back up. One more each side. And coming back to center. Release your body to the ground. And then start to walk your fingers right underneath your shoulders. Now we're going to take a bow pose. You might choose to do one leg at a time, or you might go for both feet. You'll bend the knees, reach back for the feet. And so if you've got them, really squeeze the glutes. Keep your neck long. Pick up those shoulders, wrap them behind you, and then kick your feet back. Your feet will lift your chest because your arms are now ropes to pull you up and back. Mindful you're not scrunching your neck. Keep it long. Squeeze your glutes. Lift the length of your quads off the ground. Just the hip bones touch. If you've got one leg, switch to the other leg. Good. Just when you want to give up, you give it 2 more breaths. Last big round of breath. Lengthening and lifting. Exhale, let it go. If it feels good, you might bend the knees, windshield wiper the feet, side to side. You're going to stay on the belly. You're going to start to just extend the left arm out to the left. Right toes can be tucked, untucked, doesn't matter. You're going to take your right fingers outside the right shoulder. Use them as leverage. Gazes to the right. Roll your body toward the left. So look for some sensation through the left shoulder, chest. Now where your arm is placed will make a difference. Right? So you can crawl the arm up toward the top end of your mat. You might feel some more. Or if you bend the elbow 90 degrees, you might feel more through the chest. But make sure your cheek, your head, your limbs, everything is grounded. Right? No floating limbs, no lifting the head. You want everything touching the floor. And you give yourself a few moments to be here and work in to this space that's so often hunched in, closed off. And here's your chance to open up this really constricted space just by the pressure applied laying on it in this way. Right, so let yourself feel it. It lights up in a pretty fiery way quickly, but do your best to breathe through it. It's not forever, but the more that you can feel, the more constriction you can kind of apply with this outside pressure, the more you're going to get out of it. And so continue to feel and breathe. Notice what's going on in your body. Allow yourself this space to breathe in and out 5 more times. Full breath in, full breath out. 4 more. As we walk on fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze a while upon the fields of barley. In his arms she fell as you do, come back to center. You roll back to the mouth. And just let the left arm be totally still. Give it a second to just rebound, to let that fresh rush of blood swoop and swoosh through that space that you just blocked off. And then start to look over to the right so you can extend the right arm. Now you know where you landed on the left side, so if the arm comes up closer towards your face or lower, or you bend the elbow, start where you found success on the left side. And look to the left, 10th the fingers, press and roll to the right, right over the arm. Ground your limbs, ground your head. You can edit the placement of your arm so that you can feel the most opening through the chest and shoulder. Among the fields of barley, see the children run as the sun goes down among the fields of gold. Even as you continue to feel more and more heat, more and more sensation, super close to that breath, really aware of these shifts in this space that you're creating. When we walked in fields of gold. When we walked in fields of gold. Stillness and breath right here. 5 more rounds of breath. Full and honest. And again, as it feels like time to release the right side, you roll gently to center. Allow stillness to remain in the right arm. Feeling all of that heat, that sensation kind of dissipate. Right, this kind of release that only comes after that pressure. And we'll start to collect the hands underneath the shoulders. And tuck the toes and just gently lift up. Press the hips back toward the heels. Just finding a little stretch here through this child's pose. And coming forward, maybe through a tabletop, you kind of swivel around. Stretch whatever feels good. And let the hips drop to one side. Let the legs extend out and roll down onto your back. And now the work is done, right? So if it feels welcome to just let the legs go long, to let the palms face up, you can soften right into your rest, into your Shavasana. And give yourself permission for this time, this space carved out for you simply to exist. you draw the next breath in, notice its journey right through the tip of your nose into the lungs. Feel your belly, your back get really expansive. Drop your jaw side out. Again, your fullest breath in. Big H-A, ha. There's no rush to move. Maybe start small, fingers, toes, wrists and ankles. Maybe one knee at a time collects into the chest. Give yourself a little rock, squeeze, a hug for yourself. You might sort of drop through one side. And just gently press yourself up. Your eyes can stay closed as you settle into a seat. Let the eyes stay closed even as you peel the arms up overhead. Feel the length through the fingertips. Press the palms together, drag them to your heart. Big exhale. And you just take in this moment exactly as it is. Our struggle and anxiety comes from trying to change the present, to manipulate it, to make it something other than what it is. And you just accept what is. And in honor and light of all that you are, bring your forehead up or your thumbs up to your forehead. And we bow together. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you soon.